Good evening, welcome around the world, whatever time it may be. Oh, I don't know about you, Rob, but I'm exhausted, and
It's been a week.
you know what, it has, and we've got lots to update for the inner circle people coming up. And so while we're waiting for some people to come and join us, and I'll make sure we're live on our channels because it's always the way that you never know if you are live. I can tell we are on one of our channels. I'm just going to check the other ones and make sure we are. If you come in and pop on. Please come and say hello and pop your name in and bits and pieces like that. Got some updates as well. I also want to share with you guys some bits and pieces um, to do with Yive sites and our recommendations. So it's going to be super cool. So we're going to give people a few moments to get live with us.
And first of all, I just wanted to say, I hope that everybody did enjoy their big Labor Day weekend here in the U.S. It was a time to pull back a little bit and try to relax for families and friends and all of that. So I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend as far as that went. Was safe out there with all the COVID still going around. And again, then we have also weather conditions over here in the U.S. where people have been going through some storm conditions quite a bit. So I hope everybody is safe at home and everything is going well for you. And that, because
Yeah.
I know everybody is busy with life and so many things that are happening that we just can't control.
What myself and Rob have done is up to now we've been putting daily content in the members area, and I know with a few people with what's going on with the weather and other things like that, the life has got in the way, and we always say life gets in the way. So we've taken it a bit easier this week for you guys because we want to make sure that everyone's safe and well and they can carry on from where they left off. But later on in the week, we've got some bits coming up for the inner circle mentoring people, and that's super exciting. And in a moment, I'm going to talk about Yive sites, and the reason behind that is because the deal's still happening at the moment, and it's a great product for building very quickly blog PBNs and generating content automatically. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment or two. We're just giving people a few moments to come on. So if you're just popping on, say hi in the chat, and we can say hello back to you, and see how you guys are all doing. So, but lots been moving on with this, and I got asked the other day, when do we plan on officially launching DFY Magic Themes? Because we got people who want to get in on this. We're looking the start of October is what we're aiming for. Where we're going to have all 5 sites available in the 5 main niches, which we've got up here: electrician, gardener, painter, pest control, and web design. And then we're planning on monthly releasing a new theme each month in the Themes Club with DFY Magic Themes. And there's more about that at later time. You've been busy, Robert?
Been very busy. I'm just going to back you up just a little bit because you said some things that might have went over some people's heads. So
Mm.
let's talk about that because you brought up Yive sites, but yet we're doing done for you magic themes and we're building websites. And I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here and say to
Yeah.
you, why would I ever need Yive sites when I'm building done for you magic theme sites?
Right. Okay. There's a difference between the two. Okay. DFY Magic Theme sites are sites that you're going to set up very, very quickly in a particular niche, like the niches I've just mentioned at the start of this. And the idea behind these are sites that you're going to rent out to people, and you're going to include lots of locations, lots of local locations on it. It's all built in WordPress. Now, Yive sites doesn't do this, right? And this is the thing with Yive sites is the fact that it's more there for your linking structure, all right? And the reason behind that is and I just bring this up on the screen. The reason behind that is because of how it's designed, right? If you try and build sites with this, like loads of people are doing, your site itself will not be very good. All right. The idea behind Yive sites is purely on the point of view that you guys can generate lots of blog links and backlinks. So you're building a blog PBN in the future. Now I know some people in the inner circle group are going to be saying, well, what on earth is that? Don't worry about that. That training's coming down the line, and I'm putting some training together for how I'm using Yive sites for anyone in my groups. So you'll get the idea. Now, the only reason why I'm talking about it now is Marcus owns this. Is basically planning on doing ending the deal soon, right? So it's a lifetime access deal for unlimited sites, and then it's going monthly after that. So the thing to remember, right, is whether you want in now or whether or not you don't. And if you don't, that's cool. If you can't afford it, don't get it. But I'm using it for building backlinks and blog PBNs. So this is the main idea behind it. Is to use it in a way that you can then build your sites up and up and up. The problem in life is always generating content, right? So when you do a sort of a blog PBN type thing, you've got to generate the content for it. So if you're not generating the content properly for articles and stuff, then it's not going to work. All right. And so this is the thing you've got to remember is having it set up right. So I've popped the link in the groups anyway, so people can go and have a look. But the only reason I'm telling you about it now is because it's got lifetime on it, and it's unlimited blog sites that you can generate. And I will be doing probably in about a month's time, because we've got the launch coming up with DFY Magic Themes. I'm going to do a walkthrough of how I'm going to set these up from A to Z. And I know some of the people who are involved with this, are panicking. And I always say the only reason I'm telling you about this now is because it's a lifetime deal. If you can't afford it, don't get it. Right? If you're happy to wait for the monthlies, then get it when it's gone monthly. In either today or tomorrow it's going monthly. And this is the last time they're going to do this unlimited deal for unlimited blog sites. All right, and it will generate content for you, articles, news articles. And the idea, if you've got another site running elsewhere generating news articles and content, and Google starts liking it, and then you put an advert link to your money site through this, and then you drive tons of backlinks back to this, it's going to work really well. So I'm using. Go on.
This is strictly not a must-have, but in certain terms it is, because you need to tell Google, by having the right other backlinks coming to your done for you sites and supporting it in a way that enhances the authority. Yes. So the Yive site system is an easy way to get high quality content out there that tells Google your site is of higher caliber because these other sites are linking to your site. And it's got to be done in a way that Google appreciates how you do it, not done, 100,000 links to your site from one place and it looks spammy, because that will send your site right down to the non-ranking graveyard, basically, because you did it wrong. So the training is important. The opportunity here is it is on a lifetime deal, but don't misunderstand what a done-for-you site is that we're building as a location-based site versus what Stephen had called a single niche PBN, which is a private blog network, for those that may or may not know. And they're just a supporting network of actual websites, just like we do with we've just recently done for your social media. We've created a system of social media accounts for you to support your done for you site with those social media accounts. So we're heading towards your off-page SEO by having the ability to have your social media accounts, which is a real good signal for Google to say, hey, this site's for real. And on top of that, if you're able to get into the Yive platform and do the blogging content in the proper way, it'll definitely help your site. Is it a must-have, got to do? There's always another way to do it, but it becomes more manual. and it becomes a lot more time to do it.
Mm.
So sometimes you have to look at your effort to what it would cost you to
Yeah.
pick up. I don't even know what the Yive Sites deal is, but I know lifetime deals are not very
It's just
common.
below. Look, I'm always honest with people. It's just below $200 for a lifetime deal, unlimited blog sites. All right, and the thing is imagine this: that you build a block of 10 blog sites, you set them all up, and you have automatic content being generated on them, and then you have your link to your money sites. That could be a plumber's site, that could be almost anything, right? Just to say as well, anyone who goes to dfymagicthemes.com/yive sites, um, that's the best link to go through for this deal, and I'll make sure that you guys also get notification of when I do the walkthrough of how I'm using it, and it's step by step training again. But I wish this was being released in this way in October, middle of October, because then the main training for what we're doing for DFY Magic Themes is done and everyone's at the same place. Then we can move on to building up these links. And the advantage of links is to be able to push your site up in the search engines. All right. And so, it's the same thing. You put a link on a social media channel. That's a good link. Citations, which we are gonna go into at some point in the Inner Circle mentoring group, with the direction with that and how to build up all the time your links on citations. And then of course, when it comes to blog PBNs, right? And the nice thing about blog PBNs is you can have a blog PBN is basically lots of little sites, right, that point to your main site. That's the idea behind it. Now, let's say one of your PBN sites got damaged because someone hated it and they shed loads of bad links to it. You can sever that away from your money site. And so it's all about backlinking. And so I know there's a few people watching tonight that will be worrying about, oh, am I behind? What am I? You're not behind. The only reason I'm talking about this now is if this is something that you can afford to do, right, then go and get it. If you can't afford it, then wait till you making money online, and then do the monthlies. It's more expensive long term, yes, but it's not going to matter if you're making money anyway. But I just like the fact that I went in and got it, and I've already built a few little PBNs up with links on them, and I'm planning on building hundreds of these, generating content automatically, all in the background. Leave it running.
Excuse me for 1 second.
Yeah. So it's super exciting, that we are in that situation now with this, that we can get great backlinks from products like this, and that's the idea with this is to make sure that we're in that situation to use that. So on this note, right, people who are in lead gen magic, we're going to say goodnight to you, and then we're going to carry on for the people in DFY only now, where we're going to talk about some bits and pieces. So if you are in the Inner Circle, switch over. But I wanted to share this with you guys now. Like I said, if you can't afford it, don't get it. I don't want you buying stuff just because put it on credit cards and stuff. That's not the idea behind this. It's the idea is it's a whole DFY system is start to finish. So you will install a DFY Magic theme, done. It'll be all connected up and ready to run. You add your data using the Magic form, and then you move on, but by then using this sort of product that will generate lots of PBNs. And I know, Lynn, don't worry, right? I know you got no idea how to use it. Don't worry, right? The only reason I'm sharing tonight, Lynn, is because I know by tomorrow this offer that the Yive sites are doing is going to be gone, and that's it. And very rarely does he ever bring it back up. He did a lifetime deal about a month ago, and quite a few people went, "Oh, well, you ended it. I wanted to get in, I couldn't get it at the time." So he's brought it back literally. For, it was meant to be, I got told, for one day only. It's still open now. I went to have a look. So that doesn't mean this link is going to be available tomorrow. All right. But I wanted to share it with people before we end up where people miss out. That's the main thing of this is, and I'll be doing the full walkthrough of how I use it, how I set it up. And that'll be shortly after the launch of DFY Magic Themes. So it's about a month away, roughly. We're aiming for October for the launch, and we've got some exciting ideas there. So Lynn said I bought lifetime deal Yive sites. Well done. So you'll be getting that training, Lynn. All right, and we'll be sharing that with you to show people that direction. So now we're going to say goodnight to Lead Gen Magic, and I'm just going to remove the streams for these. Is there anything you want to update, Robert, when I'm doing that?
Oh, you're doing. I just the importance of sometimes just understanding some of the little basics makes such a big difference when you're building a magic theme site or any kind of a main site that's location based and you're trying to use it for lead gen or